Hi, Pumas. Okay, so at the end of each weekly unit, so like when you finish language arts, when you finish math, when you finish social studies, you always finish off the unit with an IB reflection form. And it's reflecting on our two key concepts from this unit, form and perspective. So here's an example one. This is from the end of the inquiry unit with time. And this is a reflection, and it's the same questions each week, but it's with the new concept in there that we're learning. So this one's about time. Last week was about geometry. So how does time teach us about form? Answer using restate, answer, prove. So that means time teaches us about form in many ways. One way time teaches us about form is something, something. How does learning about time teach us about perspective? Restate, answer, prove. What other questions or things do you wonder about with time? So some of you have asked for our question stems that we've used for form and perspective. So I'm going to go over those. And then you can always pause the video right here so you can see them. So form. What is blank like? So if I'm thinking about time, what is time like? What is a hour hand? What is a minute hand? What does an hour represent? What does a minute represent? What is this little hand called? What is the big hand called? Can you identify blank? Can you identify the correct time, the correct hour? How can you recognize what time it is? What patterns do you see? How would you describe blank? What does blank feel like? What can you find out about blank? How could you organize or classify blank? Perspective. How do people in other cultures blank? Does blank look the same if blank? How many different ways? Blank. How is blank different than blank? Does anyone have a different way of explaining or doing blank? What are different ways of looking at blank? So I could even think of an example perspective question for time is how is telling time in the United States different from other places, or is it? Is it all the same? Do we all tell time the same? I don't know. That's like a great inquiry question. So this is just having you reflect on our concepts through the lens of our key concepts of form and perspective. So what did learning time add to for form and perspective? And then it's the same for any other concept. So if it says storytelling, how does storytelling teach us about form and perspective? How do civic heroes teach us about form and perspective? So again, I'll show you. You can pause the video right there. And you can pause the video right there if you'd like.